I'm most likely going to do a video after this. Episodes have all come out based about the same topic. So if you're interested, stay tuned and like and subscribe and hit that notification bell so you can get notified for it. But I'm interested to hear and know what will happen with Jay and Nia realistically at the end of this. So firstly, spoilers if you haven't seen the season, but this image right here pretty much shoves it up. Sums it up, not shoves it, but also it's kind of shoving your face if you haven't seen the episodes. Jay and Nia are finding their affection in this season very quickly, and by the last episode of the leaked seasons, we pretty much have found it summed up. Jay has no memory of the ninja and doesn't care about Nia. But Jay's body language towards Nia is not changing. Interesting, right? Aaron's mom picks up on this note a lot, but Jay's movement with Nia is the same. Even when they are dancing, as you can clearly see, their affection and love hasn't changed. Jay might not physically remember, but something in him does. Remember, he has shared his goodness as well. Doesn't help to that factor, but where is this going, you're saying? Well, in obvious places. Well, firstly of all, we do know Jay is going to go after Nia in episodes 19 or 20 thanks to trailers. Also, another hands up here is, I think, and I've been saying this all year, Jay will have to get some sort of significant memory back just to be of the avoidance of, yeah, I need to be here. This is where I belong. This is the truth. Jay admits to Ninja that he has been lied to since the merge, from the administration to Roz to now he believes the ninja. All lies. I feel like Jay shouldn't have taken those lies, and I will admit, and I will talk about this in my breakdown video of the episodes, I do find a bit of the first couple of introduction episodes with Jay and how he mentions that he's been manipulated so many times that he can't believe what he trusts, I kind of find stupid. He worked in the administration. You'd think they would have information about the Lightning Master. Or everyone telling him, like Aaron's dad, who he truly is. You think you'd believe it. But no. I think Jay's on a quest after this to figure out who he is, and I don't think, like a lot of people, and Tenavici's made a video about this, that Jay and Nia will run off in some sort of sunset to figure things out. No. I think Doc Wyatt has purposely made Nia, you see where I'm going with this? Nia, out of all characters, a huge plot point to Dragon's Rising story. I spoke about this in another video a couple of days ago, that there's been a very good consistency with our cast of characters. Yes, you always have Eren and Sora and Wildfire and Ryu, but if we're talking about classic ninjas, the main constants I would have is Lloyd, sometimes Kai, besides when he was stuck in Neverspace, and Nia. Nia has been more of a constant than her own brother Kai. I'll admit, Kai isn't such a spotlight in Dragon's Rising as I think Nia and Lloyd would, or are to other people. But Kai comes out sort of on top of those two because Kai's highlighted too much and he's very strong compared to where he once was in Crystallized Seabound. He's more of a character here than he ever was in the last 5 years before that. Now, just to mention here, I'll run over Lloyd as well. I think Lloyd's role has been taken to newer heights. He's a master, he's training, he's got all these other priorities, which respectfully, in truth, sums up his character and his growth as a character. Now we look at Nia. Where do you place her in a story? She is told in many different stories, helping Sora in Season 1 and Season 2, losing her brother, and helping him gain his confidence through Rising Dragon. With Season 3... Sorry, I just almost ran out of breath. Season 3 Part 1 is a distinctive note to summarize, and I'll admit Season 3 Part 1 is pretty much this, is pretty much all foreshadowing what will come next. I think Nia's story is the most foreshadowed, especially when we're getting subtle hints of trying to find Jay. Jay. Shit. Jay's after Roz. There's Jay. Nia picks up on the exact body movements in that final battle as well. It's something to take note of. I think the key thing that I'm finding here is, no matter what, there has always been that movement since Jay and Nia have connected since the Source tournament. Yeah, Jay didn't want to take any blows at her too. Not realistically, and I would bet you any money as soon as Jay shocked her in the Tournament of Sources, he would have remembered. Or felt something. His body movement hasn't physically changed. If you look back at the Source tournament, you can tell he's not giving it his all. Because he has given it his in previous seasons and in Dragon's Rising. You can really tell where Jay's at in this series, and realistically, it's fun to note that because his body movement hasn't changed for Nia. It is still the same thing. It's still at the same place that Jay and Nia once were at before the merge. I think Ninjago Dragon's Rising and Dark White has a great story to tell of Jay and Nia. There's aspects I'm wishing that will happen, like why Jay was sent to the administration, why Jay doesn't have his memories. I'm hoping a lot of that is known. So, also a quick sidetrack of this. Where can I see this ending up? I feel like something with killing Thunderfang, destroying Thunderfang, letting him, I don't want to say die because it's a moving on period, because he's already dead in the Spectral Lands, but I would believe Shattered Souls or Shattered Goodness will go back to being just normal souls, normal, and having normal goodness. I think that will be sort of something that is finally reversed in a way. I don't think it'll be fully reversed. I feel like there will be still that motion. Or I feel like some wish from Sora to help Nia, because it's something that's keen in when Jay leaves. Sora and Wildfire do really feel bad that Nia has to give it up for her all and move on with the mission. Something that Sora has seen Eren have to do, and I don't think Sora will let another friend do that. Because come on, Sora's seen Eren literally run off because, hey, I'm gonna follow someone who's mistakenly hard to get reading of. Sora knows that Jay was once a ninja, so why not try persuading the situation to get better by a wish? I think, all honesty, Season 3 Part 2 will end with a bit of a cliffhanger for the ninja compared to Roz this time around, but I feel like it'll end happily for Nia. Do I see these two running off in the sunset? I've heard Tanner Fishy say in some sort of situation they will have to take a break for each other and go the separate way to find each other. I don't think that's the case. If you've not read the Ninjago Quest for Lost Powers Jay storyline, they do that in that series. Just so Jay could find his power again and quote-unquote, don't ask, please don't ask. But it is an interesting storyline that Ninjago Dragon's Rising can tackle. I just don't want them to, because I think they've got something beautiful just writing up, and Jay and Nia don't have to go in the sunset. Their story needs to be told on screen, not in a fictional novel. So, or just in words, I think it'd be really cool to see Jay and Nia tackle Land of Monsters, Jay being the monster already, and seeing that it's not a great place to be at. Let me know your thoughts about this in the comments. Thank you guys for watching today's video. Peace out, guys.